Hi, I'm Rob Stewart with Broadband Technology Report, and we're here at the 2015 CableTecExpo, and I'm talking with Greg Zweig, who is Director of Marketing Solutions for GenBand. And Greg, tell us a little bit about, you have a lot of customers in this business, and can you tell us a little bit more about kind of what your value proposition is to the industry?
Yeah, well, Rob, people may or may not realize that GenBand is probably the largest provider of real-time communications solutions to the cable industry. We literally have tens of millions of cable subscribers who use one or more of the elements of our communication solutioning. Could be things like residential telephony or connectivity back into the PSTN or some of our session border control equipment. So really we have a big footprint across the United States and worldwide. And so one of the reasons we're here is because many of these customers, because the business is changing, they're looking for new solutions both from a revenue perspective and a cost management perspective, and we have solutions obviously for both.
The whole unified communications package, tell us a little bit about the value prop there for cable operators.
Well, that's really changing, right? Because it wasn't that many years ago that most of the cable providers were focused on triple play, residential telephony, but of course that market has matured, and with the advent of wireless solutions, there's a lot of competitive pressure there. So many of the cable providers have really looked to business services as a way to increase their margins and revenue. And what's also happening at the same time is there's this tremendous amount of interest in, instead of buying all of the elements and rolling out a new service, they're really looking at how can I deliver this sort of more expeditiously through cloud services. So one of the things that GenBand has developed over the last several years, something we call our Nuvia Cloud, which is basically a white labeled cloud service that you can deliver, essentially they can buy it as a service and roll it out in months instead of years. In addition to that, one of the things that we're showing here in 2014, we developed what we call Candy, which is our platform as a service. And basically what that does is allows a cable provider to buy little pieces, or almost think of it as Lego blocks of communication services. And they can buy those and deploy those so they can create sort of niche solutions. Things like, imagine you have a customer who wants to put a click-to-call button on their website, or they want to be able to actually sort of have like a solution where they can not only click to call, but then they can select which department they want, and when they push the button, it'll connect them back to their computer. So we're developing not only solutions that sort of replace traditional solutions, but give them some innovation as well.
Well, you probably answered this question, but what do you think some of the trends are that are happening that cable operators need to be focused on?
Well, I think it's really three things, right? The first is cost management, because we are in a very competitive environment. I think any cable provider you talk to is going to be very focused on how do they, get more resources out of the revenue stream that they have. I think they're focused on innovation in the way that sort of the business services type of model. They're also focused on some strategic plays long-term with their network. One of the big emphasis for GenBand going forward is something called network function virtualization, which is basically being able to take all the elements of the network, abstract those, and use sort of the cloud economy to deliver services. So those are all big pieces of the puzzle, I think, for cable providers today.
We're all trying to save a little bit of money, right?
We're all trying to save a little money, and we're all trying to come up with those services that are appealing to customers.
Well, Greg, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thanks very much, Rob.
And before we go, tell us where people can go for more information.
All right, they can reach us at www.genband.com, or if they're a developer and they're interested in some of our new innovative solutions, they can also go to candy.io. Thanks very much.
Terrific, thanks. I'm Rob Stewart for Broadband Technology Report. Thanks for joining us.